Okay, in the few minutes we have, I will just be talking to us about what Eureka is about generally. So Eureka is an edtech that focuses on creating a holistic student. Basically, the focus of most students is just okay, how can I just get into school and get out? But the focus of Eureka is on the whole student, the transformative student experience from being an excellent student academically to having the relevant skills that you can use to thrive in the outside world, like when you're done with school, and even right from when you are still in school. So, which is why initiatives like this are of great interest to us at Eureka, because basically, as an MTN scholar, it is this part now is a reflective of you being an excellent student academically. I mean, being an MTN scholar is a very big deal. I know most of us on this call know that already, right? So, getting a scholarship, securing an opportunity is not just about being paid some amount, but basically a step towards ensuring sustainability of someone's dream. I know several of us might know some people that started university with us but are no longer in university due to financial constraints or one challenge or the other. So this scholarship means a lot to us because it simply means one person on this call still remaining in school, still continuing to pursue that dream that they started with, still being able to focus on their education and still develop relevant skills while at it. So yes. Miss Stephanie, I don't know if you can hear me. Good evening, ma'am. Miss Stephanie. Oh wow. Miss Stephanie, I don't know if you can hear me.
Good evening, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly. All right, I just wanted to confirm that you are on the same page as I am. So, for those of us that are just joining in, I'll quickly read our speaker's bio again and then we'll call her up. So, Miss Stephanie Anavberokhai is a 400 level accounting student at the University of Benin. She is a writer, a public speaker, and proud MTN Foundation Scholar, passionate about academic excellence, leadership, and empowering students through education opportunities. Beyond academics, she is deeply interested in financial literacy, youth development, and using her voice to inspire and guide young people towards growth and impact. To kickstart the first session of the MTN Foundation Scholarship Guide, can we please make welcome Miss Stephanie? The floor is yours, ma'am.
Uh, Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, ma'am.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. I want to believe that everybody can hear me. So, for the sake of network and to avoid interruptions, we can use the chat box for communication. We can use the chat box for communication. So, probably you can just respond or lift your hand if you want to say something so that they can be organization. So, we have different sets of people connected here this evening, different sets of people from across different universities. But I want to believe that we have students majorly here this evening, students who want to apply for the MTN Foundation Scholarship. Okay, so can I get confirmation on that? All right, all right, all right. So without wasting much time, I'm just going to be going straight into what we are doing today, which is I'm going to be talking about a major part of scholarship application, particularly the MTN scholarship application. So I believe the other speaker will do justice to the other aspects. But today I want to speak about your essay writing, your essay writing. All right. So for the MTN Foundation Scholarship and for many scholarships, they always give you essay prompts to write on when applying for scholarships. So they could tell us one situation where you demonstrated leadership, or they could tell us, oh, tell us why you deserve this scholarship, or they could tell us, they could just give you different promptings actually. And many students don't know, but this is where students either fail or succeed in their scholarship applications, because many of these scholarship bodies receive thousands of applications for their scholarship. So have you ever thought and reasoned what makes an application stand out from another application? And it is not just about your CGPA, because I'm very certain that a lot of people with first class CGPA would apply. So what will make them pick Mr. A that has a 4.68 CGPA over Mr. B that has a 4.8 CGPA? So I don't know, has anybody ever thought of this before? Please, you can unmute your mic and respond. All right, that's fine. So as I was saying, I want to speak about your essay writing. So a lot of students don't know that their essay writing is what either makes the application stand out or disqualify the application. So when you want to apply for the MTN scholarship, it is quite an easy application process. You don't require submission of plenty documents like some other scholarships would require. You just fill the form as long as you're eligible. So the major thing in this MTN scholarship application is the essay writing, and the prompt for MTN scholarship, because they finance the money, they need the resources, right? That's what is applying. But many students don't know how to write their essay in a way that actually tells the scholarship body that you are the best candidate for the scholarship. So what I see or view essay writing as is like you selling yourself to the scholarship body. And that is what makes you stand out amongst other people who apply. So your essay writing is very important, even for the MTN scholarship application. So you might just say the forms there, tell us why you deserve the scholarship. But there's actually so much more to that. So I'm just going to be giving like very few tips, which if you would actually follow, it would help you write a very, very impressive essay for the MTN scholarship application. I'm going to be giving you few tips. All right. So when you are applying for this scholarship, when you are writing your essay on why you deserve the scholarship, when you are writing your essay, what should come to your mind? You should write about who you are and what you've been able to achieve, even as a student, even with the limitations you might face financially. So when they ask you, why do you deserve the scholarship? They're trying to tell us, who are you? What are the things you have done that makes you worthy of the scholarship? I don't know if you are getting my point. Okay. So for the sake of being illustrative, I want to share the essay I wrote. I don't know, is it possible for me to share my screen? Let me check.
Yes, ma'am.
So I want to share the essay I wrote when I was applying for my MTN scholarship last year. I want to do that. I want to do that with you guys, so it can be more illustrative and you have an idea of what I'm saying. So I wrote this essay.
I think she's having network which she'll be with us in a minute. All right. Looks like due to some technical glitches, we've lost our first speaker for a while. So while we wait for her to rejoin us, we'll be having our second speaker come up, which is none other than a capacity leader, one I call a mentor, an undergraduate engineering student at the Federal University of Technology, Minna, with a strong focus on energy systems, embedded technologies, and intelligent infrastructure for underserved communities. He's an MTN Foundation Scholar and a recipient of multiple international grants and awards, recognizing his contributions to engineering innovation. Victor serves as a student leader with Eureka and is an undergraduate researcher at the Advanced Engineering Innovation Research Group. He is actively engaged in IEEE and is committed to advancing community-driven engineering solutions with real-world impact. If our hands are not too busy, can we make welcome our second speaker for the day, Mr. Victor Omoniyi. Victor, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you so much, Mary. I need to confirm, can you all hear me?
Yes, please, we
Mary,
can
can you?
hear you clearly.
All right, thank you, great. So while we wait for Stephanie, the first speaker, she was talking about the essay and she was planning to give us a live essay. But while we wait for her, I will just, brief us on some tips about the scholarship itself. The essay can be the major winning game in the application actually, but all other stuffs are also part in the general success of the application. So where do I start from? I'll start from the most popular question I get very, very often. And what question is that? People will ask me, Victor, how can I apply, or who can apply? Victor, I'm in 100 level, Victor, I'm in 200 level, Victor, I'm in 300 level, wherever level can I apply, or they'll be like, am I eligible? So to answer that, it is clearly stated on the application portal that you need to be in 300 level if you are into technology or other related courses that are not medical, and you need to be in 400 level if you are studying course related to medicine. So who exactly the 300 level students? If you have your 200 level CGPA, you can apply. Some people will be like, I just resumed 300 level. Can I apply? Yes, you can. If you have your 200 level CGPA, you can prove that you are a 300 level student. So, um, I would also be sharing my screen soon so that we would see a live application where I would select some options and you would see how I will go about my own application. And yeah, okay, let me answer the second question I get the most. People ask me that, okay, Victor, I can't find my department on the portal because, yeah, some department are not on the portal. Even my department is not on that portal. So, how do you go about it? The deal is you don't have to pick exactly your department. That is if you cannot find it. You can pick something related. For example, I personally study mechatronics engineering, and on the website there's nothing like mechatronics engineering. So I chose, during my application last year, I chose electrical and electronics engineering. So these are things that will even demotivate you from the initial glance of the application portal. Some people will be like, "Oh, I studied the requirement, and I think that I am not eligible." So I am here to clearly state the eligibility, and you don't have to always look at things from the angle at first glance. So if your department is not there, that doesn't mean you are not still eligible. You can carefully look at it and you will notice that yes, your department is actually there. All right. So let me try to share my screen. Please, can you hear me?
Yes, Victor, we are with you.
All right. So give me a few sec. Please confirm if you can see my screen. Just unmute.
Yes, we can see your screen.
All right, good. So this is the application portal. Some people, you might have tried to apply for days now, and I want to tell you that the application portal has been down for days. It was reopened this morning. So if you have been having issues, you can go back to the portal and apply. All right, so MTN's application or MTN scholarship is of two things. The first one is for the science and technology, and the second is for the blind. And even if you're on this call and you have a friend or a colleague that is visually impaired, you can send this application to them because it's a we like call it a easy map for them because they have some sort of leverage. And yeah, as you can read on the application, or as you can read on the requirement, that you will receive a sum of 300,000 naira worth of fund, and that money is going into your account, and what is meant for is to first settle your academic fees and other important fees. It is not only this money that you will receive, you will also receive some additional benefit. Additional benefit, like you will get access to some online courses, some online Coursera courses, I mean certificate courses, and you will also get access to monthly subscription from MTN, and you will also get access to intern in MTN. All right, so these are cool stuff you can still get that is not published on your website. But overall, your basic stuff is that you're getting a sum of 300 naira. All right, so moving to the eligibility criteria, the institution of study. Yeah, the institution of study must, be related to technology. Of course, you would ask the question that our first speaker, Stephanie, she's studying accounting, but the MTN Science and Technology Scholarship, you feel like, okay, it's under science and technology. Is accounting even part? Yes, accounting is part. So, no, I said something earlier. When you just see it at your first glance, that doesn't mean it's not for you. All you need to do is to calm down, think, and, look for how you can fit in the application. All right. So, as I've said, yeah, we also have the one for the blind. And what course of study um can can you use to apply for this scholarship? As I've said, you need to be in 300 level if you're studying a science and technology related course. And I define what a 300 level student means. 300 level student means you have a 200 level CGPA. All right, so, and if you're in 400 level for medical, as I've said earlier, you can go ahead with your application. All right, so board level, as I've said, 300 level and 400 level for medicine. And of course, very important stuff, what's the minimum CGPA? Most applications actually require a 3.5. And me personally, if you don't have up to 3.5, I won't advise you to, apply for it, because one major goal of this webinar is, no matter the type of student that you are, we want to try to make you fit into opportunities like this. So, and of course, it's one of the things we do in Eureka. So no matter your CGPA, even if you don't have up to 3.5, yes, there are other opportunities for you. But for this particular one, well, I say I don't want to break it to you that if you don't have up to 3.5, you are not advised to apply. All right. So, and take note, because you have a 5.0 doesn't mean someone that has a 4.2 will not get the scholarship before you. All right, I'll still talk about that when we start the application. All right, so we've got we also have the STEM students in the public. We also have the STEM students in the there is also for the diploma student. There is also for distant learning students. There is also for undergraduate, like most of us, and those of us that entered university through direct entry. You see the options when we start the application. All right, so let's just dive into the application. Please, I need to confirm, can you still hear me? Just unmute, please.
Yes, we are
Yes.
with you, Victor.
All right, good. So,
I'm not seeing the screen, please.
it's loading.
Okay, if you can't see the screen, you can try leaving
Sorry,
the call and joining again.
on the network is breaking. Please, can you come again?
We are with you now.
Okay, fine. And I want to I want to say this. If you have a question as I proceed, you can just drop in the comment or you can raise your hand so that I quickly answer your question. Of course, we entertain question even after I'm done. But while I'm speaking, you can, drop it in the question or raise your hand. All right. So as I've said, the scholarship is of two types, the MTN Foundation Science and Technology Scholarship and for the blind. And I will repeat myself, if you have someone that's visually impaired, this is a good game for them to apply because the MTN is passionate about, people like that. All right. So we are in this category and I want to believe most of us on this call are under the category for the first option. So we'll click on next. Of course, you can guess from my voice, I'm a male, and if you're a female, you pick that you're a female. So I'll move to the next. All right, what type of tertiary university? A bit tertiary institution. So this is public or private, you pick your option. I am from a public university. I'm from Minna. All right, so what classification of university? I said something earlier. You even if you're from ordinary diploma, even if you're from college, no matter your institution, yeah, don't let me even say no matter your institution. The only three category that is allowed is university, polytechnic, and college of education because we can have other institutions too, but just these three categories are what they fund. So I am from a university. I'll pick a university. All right. So are you a medical student? As I've said earlier, I'm a mechatronics engineering student. Now, this is the difference between me as an engineering student applying and you, probably you as a medical student applying. So if I am picking yes in this place, which means I'm a medical student, in my application, do not go for 200 level, do not go for 100 level, you go for 400 level. And if you are otherwise, I mean, if you're picking no, if this answer is no, you pick 300 level. Do not pick 400 level. You will receive an error while while applying. So I'll pick on no because I'm not a medical student. So what is your current year of study? People get error message after answering this question a lot, and I will define the requirement again. If you are in 300 level, you can apply. If you are in 400 level, even if you are not a medical student, you can apply, you can find your way around it. But if you are in 500 level, you can still apply, but it's not really advisable. But the big game is for 300 level students and 400 level students. And just to give you a straight answer, if you want level, you can apply. If you prove at 200 level that you're a 300 level student, you need to have your 200 level CGPA first before you can prove to someone that you have the CGPA. All right, so I'll pick third year. Of course, I'm not in third year. Last year, I was a third year student, but just for the sake of the application, I'll pick third year. All right, so I'll click on next. All right, yes, this is a big question where people find it difficult. Some people will click this and they will not see their department or they will not see the course they are studying, and then they will just click back. Nah, 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 nah. This is me telling you, don't do that, don't do that. You are looking for a scholarship. This is MTN. MTN is for you, is for all, even though their the application is not directly listing your course, but my dear or my brother, the application is still for you. Me, I'm a mechatronics engineering student and I will pick electrical or electronics engineering. I can actually pick other course, I'm mechatronics engineering and I can pick something like I can pick, let me see, I think I saw some options that I can pick from. All right, I can pick electrical engineering. I can pick electronics engineering. I can pick electronics and computer engineering. So it is not that I don't know my department, but I can still, in a way, defend myself that I'm studying these courses. All right, so just my choice. I'll pick electrical. or electronics engineering. All right, so what is your current CGPA? Now, me personally, this webinar is not just for you to apply just because of application sake. Is also for us to share tips and things that will put you on a good side in your application. All right, so let me give you an instance. Let's take for example, I am in 200 level. Sorry, can you still see my screen? Um, you can see my screen, right?
Yes, we can see your screen, bro.
Okay, good. So let me give you an instance. I am in 200 level, or when I was in, okay, let me give you my history, not my personal history, but just an instance. 100 level, I finished 100 level with a CGP of 4.95. I entered 300 level, it dropped to 4.75. Then I entered 300 level. After my CGPA in 300 level second semester, I got the result. I saw my CGPA, and my CGPA is 3.2. Now, can I still apply? Don't forget the application requirement is 3.5. Yes, I would advise you to apply and just put your 200 level CGPA, which is 4.7. I think I said 75, right? So 4.75. So you can just pick a CGPA you can defend. It is your CGPA, all right. So you know for the sake of the application, I'm putting 4.48, and I'm putting 4.48 for a reason. I don't want to put 4.9, I don't want to put 5.0, because I don't want to prove to you that it is only 4.9 and 5.0 that we get the scholarship. Even people on 4.2 will get the scholarship. Even people on 4.4, 4 point, without being on first class, you can still get the scholarship. This game is a game of aggregate. It is not only your CGPA that will take you to the finish line. There are other stuff, the likes of your essay. Essay is the big guy in the game. If you can write your essay well, you should, be qualified. This scholarship is actually in stages. There is still another stage that you write the exam. And just for the information sake, if you applied for this scholarship and you were selected to move to the next stage, which is the examination stage, you can reach out to us on the WhatsApp community in Eureka to guide you. If you if you are fortunate enough to reach the second stage, should I say I congratulate you? That is if you're in the community, or I would say, yeah, I would just congratulate you in advance that you've gotten it already, because we would share real stuff with you, and we would hold your hands till you get it. That is if you reach out, mind you. All right, so what's your current CGP? I'll put 4.48. All right, so let's proceed to the form. And now this is the application form. So this is where you start to be careful, and you don't want to fuck up, because this information are stuff that are personal, and any wrong thing you put here is what will be on your information if you get a scholarship. For example, if your name is not correct in this place, um I don't know what you were thinking when you were applying, but that will just be the information that will be on their portal. And sometimes you might not be able to defend this information. Take for example your first name and your last name. Let's take for example you interswitch them in this application. I don't know what you were thinking, but I will just tell you that that's the name that will be with in the MTN record, and in the future you might have some minor issues. Yeah, you might just have some minor issues. So I will just tell you that just fill this correctly and calm down. You have the whole time to fill this form, so you don't have to rush. And the application is ending on, I think, 30th or so. So ending of this month. So you don't have to submit even if you're done filling the form. You don't have to submit immediately. You can just calm down, send it to people that can even review your application for you. Be like, okay, I have just completed the application. Please, can you review this for me? Blah blah blah. Then we would share our own perspective towards what you've done, and we'll make some correction if need be, and yeah, you should be good from there. All right, so let's just begin. So surname, yeah, my current surname is Omoniyi, as you can even see. My surname is Omoniyi. My first name, okay, let me even start defining these things so that you don't even make mistake. Surname is your father's name, the name that your father bear, or I would say your family name, the name that they know all of you in your family. For example, what is that name that you can call your sibling, your elder or younger sister or brother, that they can call you at the same time? All right, so my own is Omoni. My first name is that name that is only peculiar to me in my nuclear family. So what is that name that they gave to me that they used to call me? So my name is Victor. All right, so middle name, of course, after your first name. Most of us, we have other names that they call us. So I'm a Yoruba and my name is Okpeyemi. All right, so my gender is male and date of birth. You really don't need to take this page really seriously, because just make sure you are filling the correct stuff. All right, so this page is not determining you getting it or not, but just fill it correctly. All right, so my date of birth, let me just put something random. Let me pick that. All right, your state of origin. I am from Osun State. All right, your local government. I am from Oriade. State of resident. That's where you are living. I live in Ibadan. So for your state. Local government of residents. I stay in Oyo, Ido. All right, so go to the next. All right, so now I remember some question I get often too. Some people, they will reach this form, but then they will not be able to proceed with their submission, and you'll be curious at why am I getting the error. Now this page, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. This page is where you fill in your information. The previous one we filled is our information. The next page now is still our information. Now, if you go through this page, you will notice that your email, your phone number, your picture, they ask for it. This information, and I think the next page is okay. Don't worry, let's just move to the next page. I think what I'm about to say should be in the next page. All right, so my personal information, my marital status, am I married? Am I? Let me tell them I'm married or no, single. Email. So my email. All right. So you can just fill all this. You can fill all this. Do you have a physical disability? When you were applying for the scholarship, it is of two types: the science one, science and technology, and the one that is for the visually impaired or the blind. You can have other disabilities that it's different from being blind. So this question is for you. Do you have any physical disability? I personally no. All right, so please upload your passport. I didn't plan this, but let's see. Let me just put this. Ish, 2 MB. All right, what do I do? All right, so this is the next page. This is the page I was talking about that you need to calm down as well, because most people get error from here. And what is the error? Some people, they have applied for this scholarship before. I said something earlier. A 300 level is a student that have a 200 level CGPA. So if you are in 300 level, you can apply if you wish. Of course, it's not that if you wish. From the Eureka community, is like a must for you to apply actually, but if you still wish. All right, so if you are in 400 level, you can still apply. But then some people, while they were in 300 level, they applied, and for some reason they are now in 400 level, they want to apply again. Now, do not use the information you used in 300 level, because you will receive an error. I don't know how you want to go about it, but it's just sad that you might not be able to apply again. But if you have a way around it, of course, go ahead, bro. All right. So your UTME information. Have you received a scholarship before? Of course, no. Year of admission. All right. So I told them I am in 300 level, right? So my year of admission should be 2023. And just for you don't have to think deep about your year of admission. Just pick your matric number. The first letter, or is that letter? Number, the first four numbers on your matric number should be your year of admission. So, so 2022 is mine, but I told them I'm a 300 level, so that should be 2023. All right, so my mode of admission, I entered through UTME. All right, so what is your UTME number? This is my UTME number. Don't go and check my exam score. All right, so institution information, yeah, university. All right, so tertiary institution. I'm from Federal University of Technology, Minna. Sorry, Mary, please can you confirm if Stephanie is back? Hello, Mary, can you hear me?
Yes, she's with us now. She's with us now.
All right, because on the page on the application, she can just continue the essay she was talking about. All right, so where is my school for? Federal University of Technology. Okay. Faculty from the School of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. That is where my depart. I chose electrical and electronics. When you choose electrical and electronics, and for some reason your department is not the same faculty with the department you choose, don't go and will I say shoot yourself in the leg. All right. So the department you feel, you put a faculty there. My department, electrical and electronics engineering. I'm in mechatronics, don't forget. So, for the sake of this application, I am an electrical or electronics engineer. Okay, my matric number, I said 2023, right? All right, so that's it. How do you currently fund your education? This is a good question. I will tell them I fund myself. All right, so your course duration, my course duration is 5 years. Your mode of study full time. So some people actually do part time and some people do distant learning. So I personally do full time. You pick the one related to you and then I click next. All right, this information is just normal information. You don't have to think much about this. It's just information of your next of kin. So let me briefly do that. Next of kin, full name, Omoniyi. Let me even put myself. Okay. Student, relationship. My brother. Where is brother? My brother is not here. Can I put cousin? All right. So here's the last part, and this is the big game in your application. So it is your personal statement. All right. So I think this is the point. I would invite Stephanie to continue the essay she was explaining. So Mary, can
Thank you
she
so
go ahead?
much, Victor. Yes, thank you so much for the session. Even though you enjoyed the first part of the session, can you put your hands together for our second speaker? Thank you so much, Victor. Miss Stephanie, I don't know if you can hear me now. All right, the floor is yours, ma'am. Sorry for the technical glitches earlier.
Thank you so much. And I'm so sorry for the network issues I encountered. I was just talking. I didn't know I was talking to myself and my network was not working again. I'm
So
so
sorry
sorry
about
about that.
that, ma'am.
So can you
So sorry, ma'am. We can hear you now, ma'am.
okay. So like I said, I want to share my screen. I would just like to show my essay that I used to apply last year. So to give you an idea of what your essay should look like I said initially, when they asked you to write an essay on why you deserve the scholarship, you are trying to show them your vision. You're trying to show them the little things the little impact you've been able to create in your own space, even as a student. So don't make it centered on your need for money, because that's not what drives them. Everybody needs money. So one thing you should also understand is that scholarship bodies want to invest in people they believe that have a mind for growth and impact. So there's this word that MTN uses a lot, inspiring good where it matters. So MTN Foundation is a body that believes so much in making impact. So they want to see do you have that same mindset that we have? Because there's no use, just like investors. Invest in companies that they believe have long-term vision, and companies that might align with their values, their core vision, align with what they do. And so they will invest in companies like that. So the same thing for scholarships. If they are giving you free money, in a sense, it is an investment on their part, and they want to make sure they are investing in the right person. So it is your essay that shows them that you are the right person. So you cannot now come to your essay and be saying, I need money, or I am the best candidate because I struggled, or I don't know, I don't really know, Sha, but that's not the way. If that's all you had in mind, that is not the way at all. So I'll be sharing my screen now. Let me show you my essay. I also applied just today because the site has been down for a long time now. I helped two people apply for their scholarship today. I wrote their essays for them. So maybe I'll just let me show you one of the essays. Let me start with mine first of all. Okay. So can everybody see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. So let's just read through it. Your introduction matters a lot. Your introduction has to capture your audience attention because they are receiving a lot of applications, and many of them, they don't have time to really read through what you are saying. So you have to be able to capture your audience at the very first instance. So before I knew how to take baby steps or to recite the national anthem, my dream has always been to create the ideal Nigeria, one where the growth of individuals is valued above position and bureaucracies. A Nigeria where the smallest community is allowed to thrive and produce the best presidents of this nation. This dream has been my driving force since my early years, motivating me to soar much higher than the eagles in my pursuit. I've strived to maintain a standard of excellence and to make meaningful contributions on my end, because only then can I be empowered to create the ideal Nigeria. I was awarded as the best pupil in my set back when I was in primary school. In secondary school, my zeal to make an impact and promote community growth got me appointed to the position of social prefect girl, where I had the opportunity of organizing events like the Commonwealth Day and African Union Day, and collaborating with brilliant minds for the success of those events. As a third-year university student, I have maintained my status as a high flyer, maintaining a first-class CGPA, and volunteering my skill and time to events aimed at capacity building, such as TEDx. So you can see that what I did there, I am trying to sell myself. Now, it could be a very little thing you have done, but you have to be able to find one thing you have done or one situation where you were able to make impact or live beyond yourself when you are writing your essay. It could just be that, you led a group presentation, your class had a group presentation and you led it. That is something you can write about, but how you write it is what matters. So remember, have it at the back of your mind when you're writing your essay, that you are trying to show that you are someone who can make impact. You can show that you are someone who can make impact. If you've led at any time, you can show that you are someone who leads, who has leadership skills. And one of the proof of leadership is having a sense of responsibility. So you can see that in this body of my essay now, I was able to connect my drive for excellence to leadership skills and other activities that I have engaged in as a person. So it is it's an extra addition to you if you have a first class GPA. But it doesn't mean that if you don't have a first class GPA, you cannot be awarded this scholarship. And that's where many people actually miss it. Some people lay back or are scared of applying for scholarships because they feel, oh, I'm not on first class, and it's not for me. But it's actually a lie. Your essay, just like first speaker said, your essay is what sells you the most. So the reason why I added mine here is because, oh, I'm a first class student, so why not flaunt it? But even if you are not, please, you can still craft your essay in a way that highlights you as someone who has value and who is able to make impact. So this is the body. I showed how I also volunteered. Okay, volunteering. So by volunteering, I'm showing them that, oh, I'm someone that is able to give back to my community. Now, when we attended the MTN award ceremony last year, they showed us a lot of videos of MTN giving back to their community. They built hospitals, they give scholarships, they do so many things just to give back to the society. So when I was writing my essay, because one of the tips for essay writing is that research the scholarship body that you are applying for and let your essay connect with their mission and their vision. So MTN Foundation, one of their missions, one of their vision is giving back to society. And one of the ways you can give back to society as a person is through volunteering. So I was very, very specific in making sure I highlighted that I volunteer here. Why? Because it is also showing that I am someone who gives back to the community. So when they are reading my essay, all of a sudden, oh, what this person does aligns with who we are. And immediately, you have a higher chance of standing out. So that was what I did there. That was the psychology I used there. Then in 300 level, I also started a study group. So I went further at my level. I pioneered this high flyer study group where members are given the opportunity beyond sharing knowledge to own their skills in communication and people management. Then I also wrote like my vision. I aspired to pioneer the first accounting club, facilitate capacity building for students. Okay. Then it was during like towards the end of my essay, I now finally mentioned how sometimes I face financial difficulties. If you read this my essay, there is no place where you ever saw me talking about money or struggling. Just this last place where I said being awarded this scholarship will mean so much to me because it will provide significant support for my vision beyond my academic journey by helping me fund major school charges, which always caused my heart to leap and attempt to win my dreams. Or more. I believe I am worthy of the MTN scholarship because I've been able to keep my eyes on the big picture, creating my ideal Nigeria. And I've contributed vitally in the ways I can at my level, which is a product of resilience, hard work, skill, and focus. Then I went further to appreciate the scholarship body for even considering my application because it takes a lot for them to consider you. Okay? So are you guys with me?
Yes, ma'am, we're with you.
Okay. So you can see that is just a framework for writing your essay. And it doesn't mean you don't necessarily have to copy my essay now. You just have to be creative. But I've given you the background to how you should write your essay. Let me just, for the sake of more emphasis, show you the essay I wrote for someone I helped to apply for the scholarship. So let me show you this. Okay, so let's quickly go through it. And remember that they said in not more than 500 words. That's what is in the form. In not more than 500 words, tell us why you deserve the scholarship. So in as much as you're trying to, show who you are, show how that you are someone whose vision aligns with the body's vision, you must also be mindful of your word count. So this essay here, this is more than 500. Oh, I used a different essay to apply for. Let me show you the other one. I edited that. So let me show you the other person's own. Or let me just still use this. But when you're writing your own, make it less than 500. I edited ours before I submitted it. Because if you don't keep to their word count, it's one of the things that might disqualify you. Some bodies might not necessarily look at that in the end, but some bodies might look at it and it might disqualify you. So let's read that essay. She is a pharmacy student and she's a 300 level pharmacy student. Access to quality healthcare should not determine whether a person lives or dies. Yet, in many undeserved communities, preventable illnesses continue to claim lives simply because proper healthcare is unavailable. This reality inspired my decision to pursue pharmacy and deepen my commitment to public health and community service. In secondary school, oh, this is why I did not use this part in our own. Okay, let's skip this paragraph and this paragraph. Okay, let's start from throughout my journey. I did not include those, so that's why it's more than 500. Throughout my journey, I've intentionally pursued opportunities to lead and inspire positive change beyond the classroom. I served as the assistant head girl in my secondary school, and she was the assistant head girl. She went to my secondary school. In this role, I worked closely with other student leaders to maintain discipline, support students, and ensure the smooth running of school activities. I also served as the president of UNESCO Club, where I led initiatives focused on education, cultural awareness, and global citizenship. These experiences shaped my understanding of leadership as a responsibility to serve rather than an opportunity to exercise power. Building on this foundation, I have continued to grow as a leader at the university level. Currently, I serve as the subzonal vice president, on and on and on and on. So I would not really like to bore you guys with reading the essay, but I want you to notice how in every essay I was able to show what I've been able to do as a person, the little impact I've been able to make. So no matter how little it is, don't say, oh, I was not a prefect in my secondary school. Oh, I did not do that, or I did not lead any club. If you sit down to think, except you're someone, and that's why one of the advices I give students is that even as, oh, you want to make good grades, don't be that student that is just, oh, only my book and I. So from class to hostel, class to hostel, class to hostel, night class, and that's the cycle you are running. It is not really advisable, because it is through volunteering and putting yourself out there that you get to build valuable experiences that can help you when applying for scholarships. So when I'm applying for scholarships, I don't run dry of what to write about, because I volunteered at different events. I've tried one or two things, so I have something to write about in my scholarship. So if you see this other person now, she was not a prefect or anything, but she is a member of JCI. JCI is a non-academic club, and I believe they have chapters across a lot of campuses, if not all. So she is a member of JCI, and she was able to lead our group in a practical in 100 level. And I was able to use just these two experiences to actually craft a compelling essay for her. So the whole idea is you showing off yourself as someone who is passionate about making impact, showing up yourself as someone who has been able to lead even where you are, because these people are asking you, why do you deserve the scholarship? And the hidden question behind why do you deserve the scholarship is, tell us who you are. Tell us how you've been able to make impact. Tell us why we should give you this scholarship. We know that everybody who applies for scholarship needs the money. But can you tell us something beyond needing the money on why you are the best candidate? So that is the real question they are asking you when they tell you, why do you deserve this scholarship? So even as you proceed in your application and you want to write your essay, please ensure that you actually follow these steps. So just sit down to brainstorm, and we are in an AI age now. AI can help you. It's not for you to use AI to write your essay, because some scholarship bodies, the first way they reduce their entries that they received is to just check for AI written essays. So if this essay is AI written, immediately you are disqualified. So it's not for you to go and take AI word for word and begin to use, but you can use it to brainstorm. You can use it to help find how you can structure your experiences. Oh, you can tell AI that I did so. How can I structure this to sound like it has meaning, or just prompt it. AI is all about prompting. And if you're able to do this, I believe you'll be able to write a very compelling essay. So make sure that you are not going out there to tell the body that I am broke, oh, I don't have money, oh, I've not paid my school fees. In as much as that might be a reason why you're applying for the scholarship, that is not what you should put in your essay. So if you're able to follow this and write your essay, it would increase your chances of actually getting shortlisted. And just like my other speaker said, this scholarship is in two stages. So you've put out a good application. Congratulations. There's also a test that you must write. So if eventually you are shortlisted, which some people will get shortlisted, some people will not get shortlisted. If you are shortlisted, you would also have to write like a test, a scholarship test. And after that test, if you pass, then you would now be awarded the scholarship and you would have access to the funds. So I would like to also encourage you, even in your application, don't be don't be discouraged. Even if you do apply and you are not shortlisted, that's another thing I want to bring to your mind. Because some people just feel, oh, I'm applying, I'll just get this scholarship. In fact, some people, as they start applying, they've already mapped out and budgeted how they are going to use that 300K even before they are shortlisted for the first stage. So please, I want you to just have this ahead in your mind that I might not actually get shortlisted, not because I'm not the best candidate. So failure should not define you. It might just be that they received a lot of applications and, oh, like, it is what it is, that happened. But that should not stop you from still trying to apply for other scholarships. Because before I applied for the MTN scholarship, I applied for a lot of, see, when it comes to scholarship applications, I am the king. I applied for tons of scholarships. In fact, at a point, I was almost giving up because I've applied for so many. I'm not ever shortlisted. Some will send you some will send you, oh, we regret to inform you that you were not awarded. Some will not even send you any regretting letter or email at all. They will just leave you there. You will just remember that, oh, I applied for this scholarship and I never got any feedback. But that should not wane you in your pursuit. If you are pursuing scholarship opportunities, you must have a resilient heart. Keep putting out applications, and most importantly, always make sure that you write good essays, because a lot of students miss scholarship applications at the point of their essays. So don't give up, don't lose hope. Write a good essay, follow the steps that you were shown. Why MTN scholarship application is very easy. You don't even need to submit so many documents, unlike some other applications. Some other scholarship will ask for your transcript from 100 level to the current level and a lot of other documents, but it's not like that for MTN scholarship. So give it your best even while applying, and also pray. I believe in prayers. So also pray that God should help you to be selected out of the many people who apply. And I believe that you would be shortlisted. I'm rooting for you that, oh, out of the many people who attended this webinar, we would actually get a lot of people who attend the award ceremony this year. And it would actually be very, very nice. So with that, I've come to the end of my session. So Miss Mary, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the amazing session, Miss Stephanie. If you know you enjoyed that session and it has actually increased your chances of gaining the scholarship by 1000%, can you celebrate our
Miss
amazing
Mary and
speaker?
Paul.
Yes, she really did justice to the essay application part of the MTN scholarship application. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so, so much. So before we go into the question and answer session, I'll be calling back our second speaker. He has a very little addition he wants to add to what has been said already. Victor?
Okay, thank you, Mary. So, and I want to personally appreciate my scholar Stephanie for, she dismantled the essay part, and I want to believe that everybody understood every bit of what she said. But while she was speaking, and me, I have this personal idea of coming down to people's level. While she was speaking, there can be a question in your mind, and the question will be like, God, I am seeing Scholar Stephanie's essay. Do I even stand a chance to compete with someone like this person? So the thing is, okay, let me say the first thing I will tell you is you need to have audacity. Forget about what you've done in the past, forget about the low self-esteem that you have. You need to have audacity. See, you have about, I think the number of competitors you can have in this stage can even go to thousands number of applicants. See, it is the way you sell yourself that will bring you up there. You need to have that confidence that yes, no matter the kind of competitors I have, I am still fit to get this stuff. So some of you, because I get questions like this often, and they'll be like, Victor, I don't have voluntary experience. All I've been doing is I went to secondary school, I finished, I entered university, I was just going to class, coming home, going to church or mosque. I was just doing my thing. I was not involved in some extra stuff. I was not involved in something like TEDx because you were reading Scholar Stephanie and you saw something like TEDx. You'd be like, damn, do I even stand a chance? So now, what I will tell you is first, you are in a very good community, which is Eureka. Eureka is there to help you and to also discover yourself. What I will tell you is there are some people that they are yet to discover themselves. Forget the fact that, okay, you don't have you've not volunteered with big stuff like TEDx, but if you actually think deep down, you've done something crazy. Now, some of you, if I start communicating with you, I will eventually discover that some of you are even prefects in your secondary school. Some of you are leaders in your religious activities, or maybe mosque or church or anywhere. Some of you, even to the lowest thing that you cannot think of or you don't take note of, you are a firstborn of your family. That is a leadership role on itself, like on its own. So it doesn't really matter, or will I say it's not that not having this big stuff doesn't still disqualify you. You just need to have audacity and have a way to play around your game. Sure, you get this. This is a game of who can pitch best. All right, so it's just for you to find words around what you've done and how to impress the MTN people that are checking your application. Now imagine, because there are some essays that I will read that, see, I will tell you the truth, even myself, that I want to give you 2,000 naira for scholarship. I would rather use my money to buy bread and egg than to give you. But the idea is not to discourage you or um, crack any joke. The idea is you are writing essay that sucks. Like, your essay needs to have this audacity that yes, I did this, and this is the kind of impact it had on students. This kind of impact it had on the community or people around me. Okay, so there's a way you present stuff, and even if what you've done looks small to you, or probably you even got it on a platter of gold, Abby, you just got it on a easy platform. That doesn't mean it's not still a big stuff. It just depends on the way you present yourself. All right, so it boils down to your mode of presentation and the kind of audacity you can build around your application. So and I want to repeat myself, the Eureka community is there for you to, you can, talk, and you can open up and say, okay, I have issues here and there. Please, can someone help me? Of course, we are there for you to, um, we are there for you to, communicate with you and find you a good place and, just walk you around a successful application. All right. So, Mary, I think I am done and we can move on to the next phase. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that wonderful addition, Victor. I hope we're taking note of all these things. I hope we're taking note of all these things. We want the next generation of MTN scholars to come from this place, and we can't wait to celebrate with you. Scholar Idris, are you with me? Idris, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
All right. Yeah, the floor is yours.
Okay, good evening, everyone. So you confirm that you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you, Idris.
Okay, yeah, I'm not here to say something new, or not even to add to whatever that has been said, but just to appreciate the two speakers, right? So they are my friends. Yeah, Victor is my schoolmate, and Stephanie, we met at MTN award ceremony last year, so and we became friends. I have our contacts. So thank you very much. We really appreciate you. We really appreciate you for sharing your experiences, especially the fact that you went through the whole application process. You dismantled the essay part, because the essay part used to be the toughest part, because people will feel like, I've not done a lot of things. I don't have first class. I don't do this. I don't do that. But then it's open for everybody. It's just a matter of how you put in, like how you show yourself, right? You just have to like capitalize your strengths, yeah, and kind of ignore your weakness. I know someone who got MTN last year, so the person is not even eligible. Like, our course of choice was not even part of the courses, right? But when we met, I just told her to choose something, like something close, and she chose something close. And even the essay, we went through the essay parts together, and this girl was not even on first class. Yeah, even the second class was shaking. Yeah, in fact, I was not. I was just optimistic that she will get it. I was thinking she will not get in actually, but she did the exam very well, and every other things actually clicked, and she got in. So this to tell you that don't disqualify yourself. Don't say because you're not on fourth class, because you feel like you've not had a lot of leadership experience, then you're not applying. So just apply anyway. Yeah, apply with what you have. You know, the CGPA that you have, use it like that. Apply. Just but make sure you're writing a good essay, even though your CGPA is not strong. Even if it is strong, make sure you're writing a good essay. If at that time I'll have showed you my essay to have everything with me. Just make sure you have a good essay. Like, make sure you sell yourself. Like, you show yourself. You impress the reviewer, because many people are applying, and it's not a small thing. It's 300,000 naira. How much? 300,000 naira, I think so. So, and it's every year till you graduate. And there are even data. Maybe they did not tell you there's free data every month that we are getting. Yeah, to take some courses. So it comes with a lot of package, and aside the fact that it's even added to your portfolio, so it comes with a lot of things. So make sure you just put in the best. Make sure you apply. Just apply. Yeah, and then as Victor said, at Eureka, is a family, and we are here to assist you. So if you have written your essay and you feel like you need someone to review your essay, you can just enter any of the admins DM. So they will connect you with someone who can review your essay, right? We have a lot of MTN Scholars in our community, and they are ready to assist you. So thank you very much, Stephanie. Thank you very much, Victor. Thank you very much, Mary, for moderating this session. So I really appreciate you, and I even appreciate more that you help us like break down this, and you make the application very easy. So we are hopeful and we are optimistic that a very great percentage of MTN Scholar 2026 rather will be coming from our community. Thank you very much. It's nice having you with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Scholar Idris. Thank you so much for that brilliant addition. I really do hope that we're taking note of all these things and then we get to implement it and submit solid applications. So before we round up tonight's session, we'll be making room for question and answer. So if you know from whatever the first or second speaker said, there are some areas of confusion or areas where you do not have clarity, or an area that you had a challenge with that they are yet to tackle, you could indicate by raising your hand. Can we all hear me? Does anyone have a question? You can indicate by raising your hand. Okay. Isaac Ojo, can we hear your question?
Okay, yes. So in his application, he mentioned that if you are not a medical student, please correct me if I'm wrong. If you are not a medical student, you have to put that you are in 300 level, something like that. I don't know if I'm correct.
Yes, you are correct. If you are not
So
a medical student, you have to choose 300 level.
okay, and while he was applying, there was a point he had to put his admission number, and there it was 2022. So will I have to change it to 2023 because I'm having a similar situation here. We have to edit the jam admission number to 2023. That's the first four digits, or I should just leave it as 2022.
All right, Victor, I think you can answer that question.
Okay. First, you cannot edit your job number. Job number that you edited is not more for you. So you have to put your job number. Your job number is just to check your result or probably your job year. And to answer your question, you will have to pick 300 level. And for the matric number, I think I eventually changed this to 2023, if you notice well. But for the jam, I put my correct jam number. You can't edit your jam number. You cannot edit your matric number. Once you edit it, it's not for you again. So I hope I answered the question.
Exactly. That's very much.
All right, just favor, you can ask your question now.
All right. Thank you very much for the presentation and the effort put in making this happen. So my question is, since a 300 level student or a 400 level medical student is one that have 200 level CGPA, so can a 500 level medical student apply?
Okay, Victor.
Okay. So I get the question. Can a 500 level student apply if the person is a medical student, right? Yes, you can apply. You see, me, hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Usman, can you mute your mic, please?
Okay, so I will even tell everybody on this to apply. Once you have 300 level and above, once you have a 200 level CGP, I will just tell everybody to apply. If you're at 500 level, you can still put 400 level because you were once a 400 level, right? So put 400 level, put your result, 400 level result, and you should be good to go. And yeah, just put it, apply. The highest you can get is a no. Okay, they will tell you they don't want you. That's the highest you can get. So a it's never something that they will come and arrest you if you are not eligible and you apply. But if you're in 500 level, you actually cross the requirement because you're supposed to be a 400 level, right? But you cross the requirement a bit. But then you were once a 400 level student, so you can just proceed.
All right, thank you
Okay.
so
Thank you.
much. Yes. Waris, can we have your question?
Okay. Hi, everyone. Good evening. Thank you, Victor, and thank you to the other speaker. I really, really enjoyed the session. So my question is, what do you think? I entered at MTN last year. So when I was thinking, I want to hear your opinion, Victor. Do you think I should add that I entered at MTN on my essay? Yeah, that's my question.
Victor, I don't know if you got the question.
I didn't get the question well, but I intern at MTN, and you're asking if you can add it to your application. Is that the question?
Yes, he was an intern at MTN last year.
Okay. Yeah, it's a good stuff to add. Yeah. See, just pull all your arsenals together. What I mean by arsenals is anything you think can put you on that high level, pull them together. Okay. If you are intern and you feel like, okay, intern is something that you can leverage on, probably you don't have something higher. The thing is, you have to arrange your arsenals according to hierarchy. And don't forget, you have a word limit. So arrange those guys, and once you reach your word limit, my brother, stop. If you exceed it, please compress it because that is even if your essay is top notch. There are some application. I don't know if MTN is that serious about the word limit, but I will tell you for free. There are some applications that once you cross the word limit, even if it is just one character, the AI model that they're using to check the whole thing will just take you out. So pull your arsenals together, prioritize them, give them hierarchy, and combine them and have a nice essay.
All right, thank you so much, Victor. Imole, you can ask your question now.
Okay, good evening. I want to ask, I'm currently in 300 level. I'm doing like
Sorry, please, can you be a bit more audible?
second semester report. I'm still in the second semester report.
Sorry, I can't really hear you. Maybe you could drop it in the chat box.
Can you, Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
I said I'm currently in 300 level, and then my 200 level second semester results are not yet out. Can I still apply?
All right, Miss Stephanie, I don't know if you are still with us. Is she saying she's about to apply, but her second semester 200 level results are not yet out and she needs the CGPA? What could she do? Stephanie, Victor, anyone could respond to that.
Okay, is your first semester result out? Yes, yes. If your first semester result is out, then use your first semester GPA. Do you understand?
All right.
Just
Yes.
use your
Thank
first
you, ma.
use your first semester GPA.
Okay. All right, Nadirat, can we have your question?
Good evening, everyone. So, my question is that when he was talking, he said that if our department is not among the listed departments, that we can choose the one that is some kind of related to it. But I noticed, like, when you proceed with the application, it's still going to ask for your department. So, are we to write the same department that we choose, or we are to write our department gangan?
Victor.
Okay, yeah, I got the question. If you listen to me while I was talking that time, I said something, don't shoot yourself in the leg. You already told them, for example, in my case, I am a mechatronics engineering student, but I told them I am in electrical or electronics engineering. That's what I chose in that drop down. So while proceeding, there's also a place that I need to impute my department. I will also put electrical and electronics engineering. You don't put mechatronics. So just make them align and you're good.
All right, thank you so much. Does anyone else still have a question? We have few minutes before we're out of here. Okay, Idris, do you have something to say?
Yes, I have an addition to that question that Victor just answered.
Okay.
Yeah, this means I know the girl might be wondering that, okay, if I'm studying electrical or let's say electronics engineering and I'm choosing electrical engineering, am I going to change the one on my results? Yeah, I understand that worry. But then you need to know that for MTN Scholarship, so they have different people handling the results verification, and that is I think that's Elastica. Yeah, and the one handling exam is UConnect. So the jobs are being contracted. So now if you're applying, but this is the one that MTN is going to handle. So just make sure you fill in the quota. And this applies to any scholarship. You apply for any scholarship. If your cost of study is not among the drop down, don't pick others. Once you pick others, you have disqualified yourself. Make sure you align your cost to the ones that we have. So just choose something related. Don't bother if it is not the same thing on your results. So when the verification time comes, so upload your results. It's not going to affect anything. At least Victor did it last year, and he was one of the beneficiaries. So don't be bothered about if I choose another course now. What if am I going to go and change it on my results, or are they not going to be different? No, it's not your problem. Your own is just to choose something that's kind of like that is related, and then your results will be another issue entirely when the time comes. So you are going to sort that. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Scholar Idris. Tijani, can we have your question?
Good evening to you all. Thank you for the section. Although I joined lately, but please, I am a 100 level student studying nursing, so I don't know how the scholarship go about. So if I can get someone that can put me through. Hello?
Sorry, we didn't get your question.
I said, can a a 100 level student apply for the scholarship?
Okay, the scholarship is currently open to 300 level students.
Okay,
Yes, thank you.
thank you.
Yeah. All right. Do we have any other questions before we round up today's session? Okay, Kamaldeen, I can see your hands up.
Good evening. Can you hear me? Good evening.
I can hear
Can you hear
you.
me? All right. I want to ask if the organization like Eureka Academy, if you guys have online can join. I just relate to this webinar wondering, I don't know if you guys have online like WhatsApp platform.
Yes, there is a WhatsApp platform.
Please,
I'll
can you
drop
please
the
help me
link in
send
the chat box so you can. Yes,
it?
I'll drop the link in the chat box.
Thank you.
All right, Victor. Yes, you want to say something, Victor?
Okay, it's just to answer the guy's question, the guy that asked question before this current one. So the thing is, speaking the truth or speaking the facts, anybody can apply even if you're in 100 level. Now the thing is, on the application portal, you can choose to pick any level. Even you're in 100 level, you can say you're in 300 level. There's really nothing to to verify this of on that page alone, though there are other verification process. But then don't forget, while you are applying, your record is saved with MTN. So don't shoot yourself in the leg. Now when you
Victor, are you still with us?
are now eligible to apply, your record is already with them. And once you have that, you cannot proceed. So me, I will tell you, you are only advisable to apply if you are in 300 level. If you're not medical, if you're not in medicine research courses, if you're medicine 400 level, if you are not, or if you are otherwise still.
All right. Thank you so much, Victor. Thank you so much to our amazing
300 level.
speakers.
And 300
Yeah.
level students is someone that have 200 level. So I believe it's that. Thank you.
Thank you so much to our amazing speakers. Thank you for tonight's session. Can we put our hands together for our amazing speakers once again? Thank you so much to everyone that made out time to join today's session. It was a great privilege to host you, and we look forward to celebrating you as MTN Scholars. So, before we leave tonight, I'll be calling quickly on our boss in the person of Mr. Oche to take the mic before I leave.
Thank you, Mary. Good evening, everyone. Please, can you confirm that you can hear me?
We can hear you, sir.
I sorry, the cars here in California, they are just moving with high speed, so you may hear some background noise. It's less in our life. So thank you so much to everyone who was part of this webinar. Thank you for amazing speakers. Seriously, I learned so much from Stephanie, from Omoniyi. And this is not a regret though, but someone I wish I was a I was still on undergraduate, so I can make the most of this opportunity, right? I've always said that one of the mistakes I made while I was on undergraduate is that I kind of felt like I wasted my CGPA and my experiences. I had so much experience, leadership across everywhere, but I didn't get the right platform like Eureka or a mentor that pushed me towards scholarship, and it just sat there. It just sat there. So each time I see students, younger students, actually do in a cycle, making intentional move around scholarship like this, I'm very, very much excited. Right, and please take the words of these speakers very, very seriously. The secret between most people who succeed and people who don't are just literally a secret most times, and not even something deep, not even secretly, not even secretly. Personally, for postgraduate scholarship, I've noticed that most of the persons who win postgraduate scholarship, especially Erasmus in Nigeria, are not even first class students, they are Q1 students. So just simple secret from someone who has been there can make the whole difference. So please make sure you don't just listen, but you apply whatever was learned today. And we are always there to help you, like you just mentioned, through the process of the application, the breaking your essay, you're about to write, just reach out to us. The purpose of the Eureka community is to help you. It's not a catch cause, it's not just putting in the book. It's to help you in situations like this, right? Once you reach out on admin, to be pointed to the right person to guide you through it. Our joy would be that in a few months' time we'll have hundreds of scholars. And the testament of the coming from them will be that they were in a webinar, just taking spoke, just they spoke, and because of that, they were able to fine-tune their essays and then come out as winners of the scholarship. So thank you guys. Also to mention that we last year we put together a step-by-step guide for the open scholarship. And I remember that two persons reached out, two MTN scholars reached out to me to say, appreciate my even though one of them was from Unilever, one was from Fetchman, that they made use of the guide in open scholarship and they won the MTN scholarship. They made use of the guide for open scholarship and they won the MTN scholarship. So what I'm trying to say is that the secret that have been shared with you here are not just applicable to an MTN scholarship. They are secrets that you can apply for a scholarship. The way you write your essay, the way you say yourself, and it will still give you the same results. So thank you very much, guys. Sorry, I'm in a very noisy place and you're not hearing me clearly. Thank you, Mary, for the opportunity to speak also. Good night, everyone.
Thank you so very much, Saucha. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to the Eureka community for putting a webinar like this together to guide applicants applying for the MTN scholarship. This is a very big step in the right direction and we do not take it for granted. Thank you so much, everyone, for taking time out of your busy schedules to join today's session. We look forward to celebrating you at the MTN Scholarship Awards Ceremony 2026. Good night, everyone.